Hey, it's Clinton, and I'm back with more Witcher 3, and I'm back playing some more Gwent.
How about a few rounds of
I'm playing
cards?
against this
Gwent
dopey
specifically.
looking guy, another blacksmith perhaps. Now with this match I want to show how the outcome of a match can be sort of surprising. Gwent itself is not a game that I'm confident could stand alone. I think it works well within the context of The Witcher 3 being a mini game, being sort of a side diversion, but if you just pull that out of The Witcher 3 and try to prop it up as a standalone game, I don't think it would quite have the legs to make it. But that doesn't mean it still has some deep, like, I don't know, I wouldn't say deep, but has some interesting systems at play, and sometimes it can surprise you. So in this match, I also want to show you how the AI doesn't really play all that well sometimes, and when you're playing against a fluff opponent like this random NPC in some random village, you're not gonna necessarily get the toughest fight either. So again, I'm using my Northern Realms deck. I still don't have enough cards to make any other type of deck, unfortunately. But look at my opening hand here, it's pretty decent. I have two cards that work well together with the Tight Bond. And I have a Commander's Horn, which has always come in handy. And I generally have high power cards, so it's not too bad so far. And I'm playing against another Northern Realm deck. And this card is the one I won, or I shouldn't say I won, I just got from the Bloody Baron. And it's a spy card. Spy cards are super useful because although you give up some strength to your opponent, you basically give them a free unit. You get to draw 2 cards from your deck. So as you can imagine, a game with a base rule set that says you can only have a hand of 10 cards to start, and that's all you get for the match. Anything that lets you draw more cards is super awesome, and I have another one of those cards in my hand as well. And what I like to do with the spy cards, at least so far, is to just play them early and get them out of the way first, and get those extra cards in hand. And you know, possibly, you know, in the first round, when you use the spy cards in the first round, you possibly put yourself in the hole, and then you might have to give up that first round. But then for the second and third round, you'll just be in a much better position with the extra cards at your disposal. Yeah, so you know, I keep going at my spy card in my hand, thinking about playing it, but then I kind of just hold off. I just like to sort of see how the AI responds to the first few plays, and he's really taking advantage of that spy card I put in as a melee row. But you know, he kind of put in 2 extra melee units there, and he seems to be focusing attention there. And then right away he neutralizes whatever advantage I might have started in the ranged attackers row, but he also screws himself a bit. And so it's looking like a pretty close game. I put a Blue Strike Commando. Unfortunately, it's the only one I have in my hand. I don't think I'll be able to get another one, so I just gonna put out there, try and feint, as if you know, I'm gonna start putting a lot more emphasis into my melee ranged row, but I actually have more siege and ranged cards. So I say melee ranged, so it sort of sounds confusing, doesn't it? So I'll stick with saying melee, ranged, and artillery. How's that? So I'm feeling a little stuck here. Not necessarily stuck, but I'm kind of wondering if I should start laying out my artillery cards. And I end up laying out 1, and he responds in kind. yeah, at this point, it's looking close. I'm thinking of maybe stopping and letting the AI take this round, so I have some reserves to kind of finish him off. I do have 3 cards over him in hand. He has 3 cards in hand. I have 6. So I'm feeling like, you know, if I give it this round, still in a pretty good spot for the next round and the round after that. But, you know, I decided, okay, let's try and force him to play out the rest of his hand by really increasing the power of my melee units there. And I get a slight lead. And that's really all I want. If I'm gonna pass any more plays in my round, I'd like to be in the lead, right? That's sort of like a nice rule of thumb to follow. And he plays the rest of the hand, and he ends up just clearing all weather effects. And it actually creates a tie. And in the event of a tie, we both lose a gem, so we're both down a round. And basically, the next round is basically winner take all. And because he just blew his load in that round, he's got no cards in hand, he has to pass. And I can just play whatever I want. And the round is mine. So, as you can see, this match really ended quite quickly. And yeah, I mean, obviously the first round was super close. It was a draw. But yeah, sometimes you just never know. That was not the outcome I expected. And I did not win any super awesome card from this guy. It's just a standard unit. But yeah, that's all I want to show you. Things can surprise you in this game. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back with more Witcher and Destiny. So hope to see you all soon. Ciao.